Welcome to the Rampage Online. I'm Alex Reynolds, and I'm here with an exclusive interview with junior Amina Alzouma. Amina is a part-time actress, one-part singer, and now a public speaker. And so my first question for you, is there anything that Amina Alzouma cannot do?
I mean, there are things that I don't like to do, and I can't bowl. My friends make fun of me for that all the time, because I don't know, for some reason bowling is just really hard for me.
It's hard for some people, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people it just comes naturally to. Today I wanted to talk to you about your This I Believe speech. And a This I Believe speech obviously is a speech that documents a person's personal philosophy, and it's accompanied by a personal anecdote. So you first gave your speech in front of your peers, then in front of your teachers, and then they asked you to go to Ford's Theater, and then they wound up calling you back for more to give this speech over and over. Just tell me how crazy of a ride that was like for you.
I mean, it was pretty crazy because it's the first time I've ever talked about anything that personal to me to such a huge audience. So it was definitely very nerve-wracking. And doing it the last time I did it, it was by myself. I had none of my peers with me, so it was even more nerve-wracking because I didn't have the support of other peers who were also going to be doing speeches. So I was by myself. I had Miss McKim, of course, which was cool, but yeah.
Just the camera was just on you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So the people watching who haven't seen your speech, who didn't go to Ford's Theater, weren't at the presentation here or in your individual AP class, tell them a little bit about what your speech was about.
My speech was about an experience that happened to me when I was 5 years old. I was molested, and it has changed me so much, made me such a better person. I've gone to counseling for it, so many things, and that's pretty much what I talk about in my speech. And then my anecdote is that it's taught me to empathize with the bad guy. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it's about.
That's crazy. And yeah, when I saw it, it's just, once you just told this such a personal story, you could hear a pin drop in the audience in Ford's Theater. It was incredible to see. So when this was assigned in AP Lang, did it take you a while to actually sit down and think about it, or was this a philosophy that's always been in the front of your mind that you always carry around with you?
When this assignment was first assigned, I was kind of I knew that it would be great if I could talk about, this experience, but I was really nervous to do it, so I would kind of dance around it, and I'd find something else maybe I could do, but it just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. So I ended up just, talking to my mom, and my mom helped me write the speech as well because I was only 5 years old when it happened, so she helps me, remember some things. So yeah, I finally decided that, I would write the speech about this because I knew it would be strong that way, so yeah.
Right. And strong it was, for sure. Obviously, as you've alluded to, and this was a very personal speech with a very heart-wrenching story. So what was it like to just be there up on stage in front of, sometimes it was your peers, sometimes it was absolute strangers, just with your heart essentially on your sleeve, just telling this this story with, of course, that incredible message tied to it?
Well, when we first did it, and it was here in school, we had the option to first present our This I Believe speech in class, and I opted out of that because I was really nervous.
Yeah.
And then Ms. McKim offered to do a contest, an oratory contest held here at school, and I just was well, I didn't do it in class, but I think I can do it for this.
Right.
And so it was very nerve-wracking that first time. That first time doing it was the worst one, because even some of my closest friends didn't even know, and this is how they found out. So it was very nerve-wracking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then once it got to Ford's Theater, the rehearsal at Ford's Theater, I was very nervous for. Surprisingly, doing it in front of the actual audience wasn't as bad, just because I kind of got the nerves out the first time, and so I don't know. Once I start the speech, I mean, there's no going back. I have to finish it. So
Once you get up there, it's too late now. I just gotta keep going through it. And you also get into that rhythm, and
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, it was great to see.
Thanks.
So just the theme of this was all about sympathizing or empathizing with the bad guy, which for some people is really hard to do,
Yeah, it's
especially
very hard.
and especially given your situation, your
Yeah.
story. But what do you really hope people take away from this speech?
Well, I guess what I want people to take away is obviously the message that you should empathize with the bad guy, and it's not always because you want to help the bad person. It's because it helps you, and it builds your own strength. Like, once I was able to empathize with the guy who molested me, I was so much stronger. I knew how to deal with my feelings about certain things, and it helps me deal with like people who are mean today, you know, like even in school, like if somebody's just rude or mean, I don't like fight back. I mean, I know like I try to understand where they're coming from, but it doesn't mean I accept what they're saying to me. It just means that, you know, I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just a great thing for, I mean, especially for you to display to other people, and then hopefully for people to take and apply to their own lives. And maybe you could give people the strength to give speeches of their own someday.
Yeah.
Do you think that you're an inspiring figure now? Do you ever think about that?
Well, I don't know. Like, I guess, yeah, because I guess I am kind of like inspiring because I haven't heard anyone else speaking about the things that I did speak about. So, and I'm sure there are like plenty of other people that have undergone the same things that I've undergone, and they've just never told anyone, not even like their parents. Like, people might not have even found out yet. Like, nobody knows. And it might even still be going on. So I feel like telling this story was definitely inspiring.
And hopefully they can deal with it in the
Yeah,
healthy way
yeah.
that you have. That's incredible. Amina Alzouma, thank you so much.
Thank you.